Hi guys, welcome to my recorded webinar. I wanted to do this webinar because we are all going through a very tough time right now, and it's really hard not to lose your mind between people rushing for toilet paper and the panic of what's going on around the world. I feel that it's really hard to stay positive, but we have to stay positive in this situation. And this is the reason why I wanted to do this webinar, because if we are all in this together, and I think it's our responsibility to help each other as much as we can. Now, obviously, we're going for crisis with the coronavirus, which would have a massive impact on all of us. I don't think anybody would not be touched. And I think it's important to look at what we're doing right now, but not in a way where we're victimizing ourselves, but in terms of how we can come out as warriors. And the way I've done it is I've thought about it and realized that this is not the first time we go through a recession. And obviously some companies have survived and others have died. So I've looked and did some research in terms of what is going on, what some of them have done really well, and that's what I want to share with you today. So we're going to talk about how can your business thrive during an economic crisis, and business tactics and marketing strategies that have worked. So let's go for this. So if you don't know me already, my name is Flavia Fongang, and I'm the founder of Three Colors War. And Three Colors War is a creative branding and marketing agency. So we do everything from brand strategy, brand identity, and obviously marketing as well. And my role is very much involved in the creative aspect. So I believe in creating experiences that will make people fall in love with your brand. I work for a number of brands, including also a brand advisor for BBC. So the format of this session, really, I'm going to start by giving you some insights, and then we'll give you some strategies to finish it off. So very straightforward. I want to keep it very straight to the point, not wasting your time, and really to give you information that you can apply straight to your business. So obviously, if you really like this session, please do tell the world, please comment, share, like, reshare, whatever it is, because I guess more people we can reach, more businesses, business owners we can reach with this, the quicker we can help as many people as possible. So please do feel free to play your part in the situation. Also, if you are looking to getting a free brand assessment from one of my team, please feel free to visit our website, where we'll provide a lot of information about it to help you out, figure out what is wrong, what is not wrong, but what it can be improved by your brands better. So we are, as I said before, a bit of an oh my gosh situation where anxiety is getting really super high. We try to control it, and it's really hard because we're getting bombarded with a lot of information. And I guess the situation is, are we going to survive this crisis? And that's pretty much a question that everybody's asking right now. Between the siren outside and everything else going on, what can we do to really fix this issue? And I guess, our first reaction would be cut everything down, really. Marketing team, we don't need that many people. Advertising, cut it off. There's no Christmas party this year. Forget you. And that's pretty much of a panic. And obviously, buy more toilet paper. But, this is where it looks right now. So obviously, our consumers will be restricting their purchase, or they'll be obviously depending on what they see as essential. But they will try to cut as much as possible, because we are really going for a high uncertainty, if you can pronounce this. And obviously, as a result, as a business, you will typically as well cut costs. You reduce your prices and postpone any new investment that you think is not essential right now, just to make sure that you can stay alive. I guess the key to surviving a crisis is obviously cash flow. We can't live without, and that's why the government is putting a lot of things in place to help us out to get cash flow. But when it comes to cash flow, people really think about cash flow as, oh my gosh, I'm not spending anything anymore. This is going to stay in, and I'm going to be better. But it's probably the biggest mistake is being made is that people cut off marketing, cut off sales, and if you don't generate any leads, how are you going to be able to generate more business? And obviously, the point of protecting your cash flow is not obviously not spending. The point of cutting cash flow is cutting your expenses, but maintaining or increasing your investment. So when everybody decides to cut everything, such as marketing, that's when you need to push even more and be in the front row of your customer's mind. So this is a very important sentence that I got from the Harvard Business Review. And it says companies that put customers' needs under the microscope take a scalpel rather than a cleaver to the marketing budget and nimbly adjust strategies, tactics, and product offerings in response to shifting demand are more likely than others to flourish both during and after recession. So your ability to adapt is extremely key. Instead of just not changing anything you're doing right now, you really have to see it from a customer's point of view and how you can do better. So obviously, to increase purchase, you really rely on obviously consumers are really this income at their disposal. Obviously, they're confident in the market right now. I think everybody's pretty much low on confidence. Even though it will come back in the future, I think when the sun decides to rise, it'll be probably much better. But also trust in business and the economy and embracing lifestyles and values that encourage consumption. All of these have an impact on increasing purchase. If all of that goes the other way around, then obviously nobody is purchasing anything. So the power of marketing, of a good marketing strategy and business activity during crisis is so important. That's how we help you go further when everybody is slowing down. So like him, you're wondering like, okay, Flavilla, you give us the insight, which is great, but what should we do? Okay, I will tell you. So first of all, you have to look at your content marketing because I think it's super important as well when you start. So phase one is reassure, phase two is refine, phase three is repeat. So the phase one is really much where I'm going to go detail, don't worry. So very much the purpose of phase one is to really maintain that strong brand emotional connection. Do you understand your customer? Have you showcased enough empathy for your marketing communication? The second one is obviously refine to maintain brand loyalty. What have you put in place to make sure that your customers keep on buying from you? How flexible are you? And repeat, which means repeat of your communication, be present, consistent, and constant to maintain brand advocacy. So we're going to break it down to explain it. So phase one, reassuring messages and reinforce an emotional connection with the brand and demonstrate empathy. If you have not sent out your message, if you have not spoken to your customers, what are you waiting for? Huh? You better do it now. Don't waste any time because somebody else will do it and say, well, this guy really paid attention to what my situation and was there for me. And that's what will make sure that they maintain a strong emotional connection with your brand. If you have not done that, you're missing out. Then this phase two is very much, now that you told me you're going to do stuff, now it's time to showcase your actions. Yes, so you need to back it up. So demonstrate that your company is on the customer's side. So what are you doing to really help your customer? And then again, here in phase three is really here super important. Increased brand loyalty is essential when consumers are more price sensitive. So when your customers are very much focused on, I'm not going to buy organic orange anymore. I'm going to just buy organic because that's what I can do right now. It's super important that you communicate and make sure that they can still perceive the value of your offering and choose to buy from you. So in the normal, marketing customer segmentation, we pretty much focus on demographic or psychometrics. Pretty much that's what we use. So like age group, what the behavior, blah, 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 millennials, and so forth, right? So, but in the crisis customer segmentation, things change a lot. So you really much have to look at a psychology segmentation, should I say? So the emotional reaction to the economic environment. So I'm going to break it down to really make a lot of sense. So you have four core customer segments in a crisis. You have a slam on the brakes, you have a pain but patient, you have a comfortably well off, and you have a live for today. So I'm going to explain it. So the slam on the brakes, pretty the person who's really affected right now. They don't know if they're going to be able to pay their rent. They really believe they have been hit financially so badly that their anxiety level is really hard, and they're going to reduce their spending like crazy, postpone, decrease everything possible to not spend and basically survive. The pain and patient are not so much hit as much as the other, but they are resilient. And again, they're optimistic about the long term, but at the same time, less confident about their ability to just maintain the same standard of living or things be going back to where they were before. The comfortable well-off is the one who could see the crisis coming, so he has prepared his finance, he was ready, and feel very secure about his ability to cope with the economic recession. So usually it's the top 5%, but it could also be the less wealthy, but somebody who has a great, stable, financial stability. So it means that they have a great retirement plan that they're going to release with a 6-figure, 7-figure retirement plan. And so, so they know that they don't need to spend a lot of money. The mortgage is already paid out. They're pretty good, pretty much. No matter what happens, they're going to be fine. And then you have a live for today, which is tend to be your younger one. Is unconcerned by savings, is living for today. Again, is urban, younger, and spend on experiences very much. Hey, let's jump out of a cliff. Okay, I'm exaggerating here, but you can see the point I'm trying to make. So what you have to say is, well, based on those 4 categories, there's also a different categorization of consumption. It's obviously essential, so necessary for survival or well-being. You have a treats, indulgence considered justifiable, postponables, needed or desired, purchase can be put off, and then you have the expendables, not necessary or unjustifiable. So I'm going to explain again. So the essential can be, I'm going to give an example for B2C and B2B. So B2C, B2B, so B2C, so it will be pasta, your water, your toilet paper. For B2B business, I would say it will be your rebrand or branding, your marketing, your sales software. Again, here the treat for B2C would be chocolate, takeaway, dining out. So things that you don't necessarily need, but will make you feel good to just treat yourself once every other way. And then the B2B would be your personal assistant, or your taxi or prospect lunch. You take a client, it makes you feel good as well. And then, so the postponable for B2C would be a new microwave, a holiday. I think it's going to be up right now. And then for B2B would be AI software. Do we need a new software right now? Can we just speak to customers? Do we need to put on training? Can we just look online for information? So and then your expandable would be new car. Do we really need to buy a new car right now? And then your B2B might be a summer office party. I think a Christmas party would be enough. An off-road food snack, we can probably just cut this off. And then new equipment, do we really need to buy a new chair when everything is working fine? So obviously things that you probably wanted to change because you had extra money on the table. Now you're kind of thinking, forget that, I'm not going to do it. So very important sentence again, strategic opportunities during the downturn will strongly depend on which of the 4 segments your core customers belong to and how they categorize your products or services. This sentence is so important, and I really want you to 10% time to read it in your head because it's super key to understand exactly who are your customers, but also how do they categorize your product. So which segments represent your consumers? It can be 1, 2, or 3. Hopefully it shouldn't be no more than 2. And which products or services are likely to appeal to them for each consumption category. So you need to figure out where does each of your product or services fit into. Are they in essentials? Are they in the postponables? Are they in the treats? Are they in the dependables or whatever it is? I can't remember the name now. Sorry, I'm so bad. Okay, so when sales start to decline, companies shouldn't panic and alter their brand's fundamental position or positioning. So what I mean by that is that don't make the mistake if you are choose your positioning was to be luxury, don't now come across as low-key. So Primark shouldn't, okay, to give one example. So to take an example like Chanel would not start selling things at £20 for the t-shirt, yes? Because that's really bad for their very loyal customers who know that when they buy Chanel, it means a lot. So some things such as Rolls Royce, you understand that if you buy a Rolls Royce, a certain value. Rolex, the same thing, you buy a Rolex, it's a status of achievement and success. So Rolex are costing the same price as a casino, then there's a big issue. So you want to be careful not to lose your positioning in that work of adapting to the situation. So during crisis, companies that were able to increase share of brand voice by maintaining or increasing their advertising or market spending captured market share from weaker rivals, which is super important here. So what we're talking about here is that, do not cut your marketing. Yes, it's super important. Whenever it's cutting off the marketing, you should maintain it. Because remember that they need to feel that a brand who people would trust in, as the brand is constantly present, and you can see they're actively doing things out there in the world, it's working. So we really want to be in that person. So remember that what I'm trying to explain you here is obviously through maintaining your marketing, good marketing approach for a recession, we really allow you to increase your brand visibility and credibility whenever it is cutting down. And then again, you can obviously gain new market share for your business, returning customers, and therefore, as a consequence, increase your sales and your profit growth. So what I'm going to show you now is basically how you can adapt your communication, but also your model according to each different segment, consumer segment. So for the slam on the break, you probably want to emphasize on price and hit wallet-friendly price point. So you probably want to do as well, in this case, offer smaller packages for less money. So for example, if you're a SaaS company and you require a customer to sign up for 12 months, reduce it to 3 months, for example, to make it easy for them to buy into your service, and then carry on. Then again, something you can promote low cost value, really depending on what you are in B2B or B2C. Figure out how you're going to do it. So if you are selling slices of bread, maybe smaller slices of bread instead of 30 slices, can you make it 15 slices? In the trade section, so that could be your chocolate, you can say shrink sizes or hold prices down, or what you can do is hold prices down, advertise as you deserve it, or your business deserve it, small indulgence. So both ways, it works as well. So offer discounts for advance payment could be something that you should consider as well. So in the postponable, offer payment plans. See what kind of financial option or flexibility can you offer your clients so they can choose to work with you. Expendables, offer do it yourself, so you can offer the option of do it themselves or I can speak today. Offer do it yourself or alternatives to doing it without. So continued awareness and advertising obviously has to be maintained. I've adapted some of the elements that I found from the other business review because it was very much B2C, but it wasn't talking enough about B2B. Some could be applied, but not all of them. All right. So then for the patient segment, offer more for insertion, you need to offer a lowered priced option. Yes. So if you don't have a lower price option, it's always good to offer options to your clients. So you only have one service, think about changing it to different options. Free options is ideal. It's the best way to get your customer to choose between one product A, B, or C. So promote bonus packs to encourage stockpiling or discount for paying in full in advance. Again, that works really well. Emphasize dependability on branded product or service. Yes, so something if I was selling or getting product, the ability of being healthy right now to maintain stress or whatever it is, you can imagine. And a treat as well, something like you want to reward your local consumers as well, even if they consume less. Super important. So I feel like you still value them. And again, advertise products and services as more raises or for individuals or companies. So really how does it make the whole ambience of a company feel? Vice versa, really understand your customer. I think that's super important. And then you realize how to apply or adapt all of the directives that I'm giving you here. Advertise product as affordable alternatives to more expensive luxuries. Again, here, the power of product comparison is super key. So put it against another product. You can choose to compare from a competitor product, or you can choose to compare it for another expandable product if you want to do that, or postponable product. For postponable products, you can offer simple models, so lower pricing, again, same thing here, promote lower operation cost model, promote repair or upgrade services. Yes, so if you can't afford to buy it, can you offer a repair option or an upgrade option? Like, it works. Again, something continued awareness, advertising, super important as well, and invest in core product improvements that will accelerate customers' re-entry into the market. So here, what I'm trying to say here, that innovation should never be neglected. The comfortably well off within essential here is about, again, something maintaining advertisement. In the treats, though, you need to emphasize on quality. That's why they want to buy it. It's a tough time for everybody, but they can afford the best thing in the world. So what can you give them? Advertise it as a product you deserve because you are successful. Yeah, so whatever it is, a company or as an individual, it works both ways. And in the postponable product or service, promote savings from buying now. They are clever people, so address to them as clever people. Not saying the others are not clever, that's not what I wanted to say, but I'm saying that they are clever with their money, so they will be responsive to savings options and availability. So advise customers they're missing out by postponing. Again, in expandable, enable discrete purchasing. I think it's very important that they don't want to flaunt the money that they're making in front of less wealthy people. Vice versa. And from a company point of view, it's a great way to showcase again that we are still going strong, and we're here. We're making this purchase, and again that helps as well from an external point of view. Showcase that we are still the leader. Like whenever it is making reductions and cutting costs, cutting expense, we are still here and spending to showcase that you can rely on us. Really play around in terms of your communication to make it work. The last one, that's your Generation Z, millennial kind of life is good no matter what happened. I'm sure here, but you get the point. So the essential continued awareness advertising, again, something remind consumers you can't live without it. Remember that. Again, an essential for them could be like a very expensive iPhone. You don't know, you know. So tweets could be offer convenient automatic credit card billing. So how convenient are you making? Technology nowadays, you should use technology to make it easy for yourself or for your customers first. So yes, so make it easy to just click on free buttons. Think about Amazon. Free clicks, you can make a purchase. So should you. Promote as opportunity to seize the moment. You're setting the experience, the moment. Live it right now. Don't know how it can happen tomorrow. Whatever it is, it might just work with them. It will actually work with them. Postponables offer monthly payment plan as well. Something imagine having 1 million people on a £9 plan. That's great. Yes, 9 million a month. Pretty good. And again, promote quality of life, benefits of buying now. Again, an expandable offer exciting new products and promote as must-have. Advertise as products you can inspire to buy when your income grows. So yes, really just remember that we're not going to stay in a recession or forever or crisis forever. So you also need to think about the future. When things get better, people want to see something that they can really make them feel much better. Okay. So that's a lot to take in, Flavia. Can you give us the essentials? Yes, of course I can give you the essentials. So let's go to the essentials. So, I've got my picture with that. So number one, understand your target audience crisis behavior. Yes, so remember which one are they? How do we respond to this? What can you do? And it only comes down to you picking up a phone and speaking to your customers, your key customers, or all of them, depending if you have 1 million or only 50. Again, don't be arbitrarily cut your, I can't pronounce this. Don't cut your marketing budget basically, but adjust it. Adjust it. See how you need to spend it. So if you're spending a lot on TV advertising, which I don't think a lot of people are doing right now, then maybe reallocate to social media, which is much more effective and make your money last longer. Rethink your product or service delivery to offer what your clients value the most. That's super important. So really think about what is exactly do they value the most and how can you really adapt that to keep on serving them, helping them. Focus on existing customers and turn them into your brand advocates. Yes, so do not negotiate, do not neglect, should I say, your great customers, your good customers, and really look after them the best way you can to make them feel like they're on top of the world. Yes, so super key. Increase digital marketing activities, as I mentioned before. Social media is your best friend right now. So test, tweak, and repeat. If you say, yeah, we're B2B, we're not doing this way, think about a different angle. Could be PR to digital, could be digital PR. Don't think only at social media as the only way to go on to be digitally present. So there's so many ways, just need to be a bit more creative, I guess. Improve affordability, again, same way again. Extend credit, reduce items, serving sizes, whatever ways to make it easy for them to buy. So just think about that. Yes, have a pipeline of innovations ready to launch quickly when the economy improves. So be ready. Innovation should be part of your culture. Obviously, you are focusing on delivering great service, on maintaining that customer, but innovation should always be part of what you do. And number 8, stay flexible, adjust your strategies and your tactics. That's what we talked about today. So go back to that document and read it again. Watch that video again if you want to watch it again, if you enjoyed it, and see what can you apply for yourself. 9, analyze and track everything. Yeah, if you don't track your numbers, you don't know where things are going, what's going to happen. Super, super duper important. And number 10, last one, be open to a new business model. So you might need to change, you might need to offer something else. You need to figure out, so that's for you to do that. Otherwise, you can contact me if you need some help. More than here. So we've been talking about the DAC system for a long time, obviously not with you right now, but if you've been watching some of my previous videos, I talk a lot about that because this is the approach that the most successful businesses have taken, and you need to apply it as well. So phase 1 is your strategy. Are you distinguishing your business really well right now? If you're not, you better, because now is this tough time. 2, is your brand identity attractive? Are you presenting your business to the strategy that you've applied? So for example, if you say, I'm going to be luxury, do you look luxury? Do you look low cost? So really think about that. Then obviously your marketing and digital and sales activities need to align to reach, attract this customer and convert it as much as possible. So really, this is important. We obviously do a lot of psychology behind that, new marketing and so forth, but you can apply it as well in yourself in terms of how you do things. So really, the question I want you to ask yourself again: which segment stuff or represents your consumers? Have you slam on the brakes? Have you pain, be patient? Have you comfortably well off? But live for today. There's nothing wrong with any of the segments. You just need to know where they are, because in slam on the brakes might be a higher, larger quantity. For comfortably well is the lowest quantity of people, but obviously they have a bigger budget. So we need to figure out where they are and adapt, and really then ask yourself, the next question is how do they view my product in terms of consumption category, so then you can communicate and market accordingly. So I hope you enjoyed your session. If you did, please, I'm begging you, no, I'm begging you, that's a bit too much, but I'm asking you, please let other businesses know. Please share that video if you found it super useful. I try to be concise as much as I can to get you to the point. And so write a post on LinkedIn if you want. I'm on LinkedIn. You can find me, Flavella, ready to be found, or tag Free Colors Wool as well. And we share some of our posts to just see how helpful it was. You can contact us as well. This is our contact details if you want to find out more, and be more than happy to help you. I hope you found this little session very helpful. It was a pleasure to do this. And again, feel free to contact us if you have any more questions. Bye.